agreement in the field of engineering. And all members of the Washington Accord say that we will respect your degree. We will consider your degrees as equivalent to ours. No? So all the members of the Washington Accord have pledged that they will, that the degrees are transferable and they will hire graduates from countries who are members of the Washington Accord. So that is very, very important. No? So I think right now, I think that is worth a round of applause. We have provisional membership, provisional muna, and we are working also for membership in the Seoul Accord. The Seoul Accord has to do with information technology. The same thing, so that if the Philippines becomes a member, graduates of Philippine institutions with degrees in IT will be hireable in the new economic communities that are coming up. The next action point is promote high-end R&D for technological innovation. I want to say something there because I think this government has given quite a bit of support for R&D. Up to 2010, support the higher education budget for R&D averaged only 30 million per year, and largely from the Higher Education Development Fund share. Recently, in 2011 and 2012, the Disbursement Acceleration Program, the Non-Development Academy of the Philippines, which, by the way, as I said, is under attack at the moment, provided a large infusion, 560 million for R&D, which we gave to the various leading higher education schools, the major schools. As well as last year, we had 44% increase in the budget of schools. So that was a very good turn for research and development. But aside from that, we also are about to launch a collaborative effort with foreign counterparts. And this is the Philippine California Advanced Research Institutes program. This will bring together the Philippines and USA researchers and scientists to conduct research and development, to develop and adapt technologies to address current problems of the country. And this will involve the University of California system, two of their universities, the campus at Berkeley and the campus in San Francisco. So the campus at Berkeley will be for the information infrastructure development, and University of California, San Francisco will be for health, innovation, and translational medicine. So here we expect that this PICARI project, which is also, by the way, being brought up in the media, at least it was a few weeks ago, It's no longer the flavor of the week. We expect to contribute a critical mass of scientists and researchers with the capacity to translate scientific evidence into effective technological and social intervention in the focal areas of this project that address important concerns. And some of these are various diseases like schistosomiasis, malaria, also water and energy supply, disaster mitigation, and so forth. If you were reading the papers some time back, there were some questions raised about PICARI, but basically I can assure you that PICARI is a most valuable project that will truly help the Philippines. It is an unusual opportunity to be able to partner with these very distinguished institutions, and that it will follow all the proper procedures and will be totally above board. No truth, the hint of plunder or whatever, misuse. Finally, strategy 3 is to develop globally competitive HEIs and, finally, with the same strategy, Action 5 is Action 5, I think, is promote, is to develop world-class universities, still in the third area of excellence. I have mixed feelings about now this buzzword. Everyone talks about world-class universities, and all universities now say they aim to be world-class. I'm not sure that that is the right thing. Basically, I think they're referring, of course, to the global ratings. No? And then sometimes, again, this makes the headlines that the Philippines, the four institutions, the Philippines have gone down in their ratings and so forth. As I said, I am not totally comfortable because the methodologies for global rankings only apply to a very small proportion of the existing universities in the world. They estimate there are about 17,000 universities worldwide. Only 700 to 1,000 research universities are ranked. No? So what happens to the rest who are doing a very important work? Also, rankings so far cover only some university missions. Few address the broad diversity of types and missions of HEIs. Nobody talks about social responsibility. You're not rated you're rated for your research output, but are you rated for your social responsibility, your contribution to the community? No. So we have questions about that. But the fact is, they are here. Rankings are here. They seem to be important. They affect the reputation of the country and its educational system. All of the legislators, react every time it comes out na bumaba na naman yung UP, Ateneo, LaSalle, UST, the four that are in the global radar screen. So the fact is, we have to deal with world rankings, and we have to support. We have to support our top universities, and we have to find the right way of doing it without losing our perspective. Let me just go quickly to the second outcome, which unfortunately I think is not paid that much attention to by educational institutions, and that is ethical and innovative governance. Our strategy is to implement good governance. This is part of the Angkatuwid pledge of this government. For us in CHED, for our strategic plan, it goes with KRA 4, which is transparency and accountability, and KRA 5, which is organizational development. So what do we want to do for the most part? What are we doing and what do we want to do? Action 1 is obtain good governance certification. So essentially, we will be doing that at CHED, and I think Director Bernal was one of the first advocates in CHED to push for ISO certification. Again, I have mixed feelings about this because you can be very efficient and yet not have high quality education. But efficiency does help you have high quality, and we're learning that now. It is very good. If your systems don't work well, it is very hard to deliver quality. So your systems have to work. They are not sufficient for quality, but they seem to be a necessary ingredient. So we will be doing that, and we will encourage also state universities and colleges, as well as possibly private institutions, to do this as well. We will strengthen internal control systems and enhance transparency in CHED and SUPS. Basically, we have been trying very hard to improve the governance of state universities and colleges, and which leads me to my next action point, which is to professionalize the management of state universities and colleges. And President Kala